Doesn't that look delicious? I think so. I won't sneeze at getting into a bunch of gillies. Not at all. That's a crappie though. Maybe a better fish, I believe so. Oh yeah, you can tell. These gills just fight so good. That's pretty gill. That's a real pretty gill. No way, guys. We finally got a slammer. Whoa! A little bit of a challenge getting down there. Howdy friends, my name's Corey. Welcome back to True North Outdoor Adventures. If you're new to the channel, welcome here. We're gonna do some crappie fishing tonight. I drive by this little pond once or twice a year and I like to fish it when I can. So the trees are blooming. Hopefully the crappie are biting. Tonight we're gonna fish with some baits called Hardcore Crappie, made by a gentleman named Tim out of West Central Indiana. Tim is a heck of a nice fella. Met him at a trade show a couple months ago and I got a bunch of his baits. I'm excited to fish exclusively with them tonight. We'll see how we do. I'll show you what we'll be using here in a bit. This pond is overrun with 6 to 9 inch crappie, but there's a lot of fish in here. There's also a lot of big gar in here. So I think tonight, if we get into them, I'm probably going to keep a bunch of fish, you know, in that 8 inch plus range, because we'll be doing this pond a favor if we do that. So thanks for coming along. Let's have some fun. Great color. I think I'm going to try one of these, maybe with a pink or a black head. That looks pretty wild. Good old black and chartreuse. All right, I'll thread something on and I'll show you what we're going to use. Doesn't that look delicious? I think so. Great. I've got that on a 32nd ounce poured head that Tim made. I really like this color combo. We're going to try this now. This is another tiny bait, very natural presentation. That's on, I think, a maybe a 1/64 ounce head. Smaller profile. And we're going to throw this on a little eagle claw rod that I like to fish with. Ultralight, 4-pound line. A little weighted bobber. This is one of my favorite ways to fish. Tiny bobber, tiny jig. You never know what might grab it. There we got our first little player. Like I said, this pond is full. I mean full of fish like this. And bigger. But there's just, like, I'm almost tempted to keep this one. You know, just a hair bigger and that fish should be coming home. Well, that's our first player on the Hardcore Crappie. There's a player. Crappie number 2. He got off. There's a fish on. That's probably going to be a keeper actually for here. Yes. I know a guy who fishes this pond a lot. He's fished it for years, and he said people just need to come in and clean out, you know, hundreds of these things because it's just kind of overrun with them. Now here's the nice thing about our basket. If we only catch this one or 2 more, that's not enough for to be worth cleaning, and I'll just let them go. No harm, no foul. You know, that's a little better. See what I mean here, folks? That's what we're talking about. This pond is just so full of little 5, 6, 7 inch fish. It's kind of ridiculous. All right. Well, at least they're liking the Hardcore Crappie color I chose. I like that color. Kind of a lemon swirl tail with a kind of a glittery white body. You guys do all right? Yeah. Catching lots of little dinky crappie.
Yeah, that's what we usually do when we come out here.
Yeah.
We caught a record the other day though. Got a 4-pounder.
No.
Yeah.
I never bass fish. I mean, I've caught some big fat. This is a bluegill, I believe. That's a nice bluegill.
Yeah.
That's coming home. That's a big gill.
Yeah, he catches like
believe it or not, I've
about that big on my
back. Yeah. See, I've caught a ton smaller than this already. I've just decided anything like that or bigger, I'm just pulling out of here today.
Yeah. That's how we usually do it. We'll probably see you around.
Good to meet you guys. I think I'm gonna try a black and chartreuse. Little smaller body. I'm gonna put on that pink head. See if that makes a difference with our hookup ratio. All right, we'll try a little black and chartreuse with a pink head. That guy I just met fishing with his son. Sounds like they catch some really big bass out of here. And he said he caught his PB crappie here the other day. He said he filled a 5-gallon bucket. That's crazy. We'll see if black and chartreuse is the juice. Again, just another crappie. Try this little natural guy out again that I caught that nice bluegill on. Hey, I won't sneeze at getting into a bunch of gillies. Not at all. That's a crappie though. It looks like we might have found our magic little bait here. I'm gonna see if I can get 10 or 15 in the basket. I know this is small, but like I said, if we don't take some of these guys out of here, you know, there's just too many of them. That one is very small. Probably landed maybe what, 10 fish or so far. It's not bad. Maybe this is the ticket. Maybe I have discovered the perfect size bait for what they're wanting right at this particular hour. Doesn't matter if they're tiny, they're a lot of fun on this little setup. Another one. See what I mean? There's just so many in here. So many. I'm not keeping that one. That's just too, that's too small. Maybe a better fish, I believe so. Oh yeah, you can tell these gills just fight so good. That's a pretty gill. That's a real pretty gill. Hey, maybe we'll get into one of those lights out bites here. Fishing every cast sort of deal. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. See what happens. It falls really slow. That might be what they're liking right now. Looks like it. Love this little 6-foot eagle claw rod. It's got a nice little cork handle. So fun fighting fish on this rod. I love it. I love it. Well, for here it's a keeper, believe it or not. Believe it or not. That little tater chip's coming home. Gosh, that's crazy. Can't believe I'm keeping these, but me and my buddy talked about doing this a year ago. So it's just time to start thinning the herd a little bit. Maybe we'll end the night with a honker of a slab crappie. Who knows? You know, there's little ones, there's got to be big ones, you know. I guess it can happen that way anywhere, but having said that, here's a fish. Oh, what do we got here? A bass, I reckon. Yep. Oh yeah, we got a nice fighting little largie here. I think years ago I did catch a really large a largemouth here, but it's a nice little bass. We'll let that guy go. Get a quick picture though. Oh, my phone's back here. Never mind. I'll just let him go. There you go. Tiny baits, not a big fish, but a decent little bass. A decent little guy. Well, I just said I thought the bite had died, but maybe it hasn't. Maybe it won't die. Sure did. It surely did. I'm guessing a nice little feisty gilly. Oh yeah, boy, they're just nice eating size in here. Nice feisty eating size. Oh boy. I wonder if I got that on camera. I couldn't tell what it was. We'll have to review. Small beaver or muskrat? I couldn't tell. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Hopefully not an otter. Me no likey the otters. There we go. See what I mean? Poor man's trolling motor. I was just walking away. Sure enough. Well, the gills are kind of getting fired up here tonight. I do love a good bluegill bite. If you don't love a good bluegill bite, you don't got a pulse, let me tell you. That's for sure. What have we here? Another feisty gilly. Sure enough. I'm gonna have some keeper gills to eat. Might fry them up late tonight. We'll see. Hey, while we're doing this, I want to look at something here. This isn't a rub from a buck, is it? I think that's a rub from a buck. Sure enough, it is. There's one, and that one is. There's a trail here, you know, and there's a path under the interstate. I bet you this is from a buck this fall. Wow, turning into a nice little bluegill session. Let this one go. Thank you for the fight. That wasn't the one I missed before, but that's a keeper. There. Go for our walk with our little gillies, our bream, our brim. People call them different things. I call them bluegill because that's what they are. I think down south some people even call them perch. That seems a little weird to me. But you know, different strokes for different folks, right? If I can go home and clean 10 fish or more, that's kind of worth it for me. See if they're still incorporating down here, because this was pretty good earlier for the crappie. It's like the gills are down there and the crappie are down here, although we did catch some bluegills here too. We sure did. Back to the 32nd ounce head. Sinks a little quicker. That guy took it on the drop. That's got to be a little crappie, sure enough. Yeah, that one is too small though. That one's too small. 2 more crappie in the basket would be a nice way to go home. Poor man's trolling motor. Ha. Well, no. Jeez. Nope. Not quite there. Not quite. See, look what I do. Cast it out, close the bail, start walking. And I'm telling you, it works a lot. It works an awful lot. There. Oh, I just missed one. I'll keep going. I had one. Now I'll start reeling. sure enough, see? It's just a way of covering a lot of water. I'm telling you, it works. But look how small they are. Look how small. Good grief. There. See, just walking back and forth along the bank. This might be a keeper. Might be a keeper, actually. Well, of course it fought good. It's a bluegill. That's what they do. That is a keeper gill. It's a good one. It's a pretty one. It's a dandy. Yeah, nice little basket there. Okay, let's try it again. Cast it out, walk away. You're getting your footsteps in, you're getting your 10,000 steps in, you're fishing. So you're fishing and exercising at the same time. It's great. See, so I'm just walking back and forth on the bank. And very likely I'll get bit here soon. Yep, there. There, see? You just walk with it. This is feeling like a really good sized gill. Oh yeah. Man, there's some really good gills in here. Some real good ones. For sure. For sure, dog. We gonna have us a bluegill fry. No way, guys. No way. We finally got a slammer. Whoa! Hey, look at that! Oh, that was definitely going to be my last cast. We got us a toad. Woo! Okay, there is big crappie in here. I'll be darned. I will be darned. And get a picture with that jig in his mouth too. I decided to go for one more poor man's troll. You know, and for all I know, there's a lot of big fish like this in here and they just get a lot of pressure and get smarter. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do that one more time. That guy hit just like all the rest of them, but then almost right away I could tell that I was into something special. Look how much bigger that fish is than all these other fish. Something special happens. I'm sure we're out of light. Thanks for coming along, guys. Remember, a bad day's fishing ain't a bad day. We've had a good couple hours. I needed this. I really did. I've been working so much. Feels great to get out and catch some fish and relax. Another potato chip. So yeah, Hardcore Crappie, check them out. Great baits and heck of a nice guy. So I love supporting local, you know. You're supporting a small businessman in the Midwest. So check out Tim's company, Hardcore Crappie. Get some of his baits. He's got all sorts of sizes and colors and he makes heads too. So see you on the next one. And remember, a bad day's fishing ain't a bad day. Thanks for coming along.